Good evening, everyone. My name is Ronald Presner. I'm the chairman of the Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Mount Pleasant, and I welcome you all to this evening's meeting. We have 4 items on the agenda, but before we start that, I'd like to introduce the members of my board. To the far right is Adrian Novak. To my immediate right is Mr. Nick DeChico, and Kathy Grabowski is the Secretary of the Zoning Board, and to her left is Mr. Herb Dorr, and finally Mr. George Lapatos. If you're unfamiliar with the way we run our board meetings, let me just give you a very quick explanation. When your application is called, you'll come forward. I will then swear you in, and I will then read for the public record your application. Once that's done, you'll have an opportunity to explain why you need this specific variance that you're looking for. Then it'll be open to our board members who will ask any questions. When that's completed, what we'll do is we'll ask if there's anyone present who is either for or against your application. Once that's done, then the board will make a decision whether to approve or deny or adjourn for the next month your particular application. So, to start the meeting, the first application for tonight is 25-59, Domofsky Architecture. Okay, raise your right hand, please. Testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Domofsky, right? And you are Akbar
Yes, sir.
Rizvi, did I
Yes.
pronounce it right?
Yeah, Akbar
Okay.
Rizvi.
This is regarding the premises located at 1215 Bedford Road in Pleasantville, New York. And it's designated on the tax assessment maps in the town of Mount Pleasant as 105.19-1-27. And the application is seeking approval for a partially constructed detached garage located within the front yard of a single-family home in the R40 zone. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. The following application is currently seeking planning board approval for the lot modification, and what you need is a variance. Front yard is 60 feet, existing is 32.6, and proposing that, and the variance is for 27.4.
Correct.
Okay. When we were out to look at that, the way the property is laid out, correct me if I'm wrong, it has though the garage is partially in the front yard, it's actually almost 2 front yards. Am I correct? When we came
the front
in?
yard. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 front yards.
The property is actually currently the property is a pie shape.
Right.
With our lot line adjustment, you can see in this plan, we agreed to a land exchange with the owner for the property to put this in more compliance with the side yard setback. Now, what we did was, so the original property comes here, it comes like this and around. What we did is we cut the property here, we introduced a 4-sided property. There is only 1 front yard on the property.
Okay.
And
Now, you're going before the planning board.
We are in planning board right now.
All right. And how are we doing with the planning board?
I think we're at a good point with planning board, so we vetted out the lot line adjustment, and we did some studies for them on the property in relation to the location of the existing garage and options for other locations if this were to come down. So right now, they felt that this was acceptable, and I was looking for this board to either approve or grant the front
All
yard.
right. Mr. Rizzi, how long have you owned this property?
4 years now.
4 years. And the garage was there when you came?
No, no,
Oh.
I prepared a statement
Sure,
if I can
go
read
right
it.
ahead.
Thank you so much. Dear members of the town board, first and foremost, I would
If
like
you
to
could speak a little louder.
oh, sure.
All right,
First
thank
and
you.
foremost, I would like to sincerely thank you for your time, consideration, and service to our community. My family and I moved into the neighborhood 4 years ago from Queens in search of a quieter and more family-oriented environment to raise our children. We have truly loved becoming a part of this community. My wife and I are raising 3 young children, and much of our life revolves around family activities, youth sports, and being involved in the community. I had the privilege of coaching my children's basketball team, serving as an assistant coach for baseball, and helping with soccer activities as well. Being an active and positive presence for my children in the neighborhood is something that is deeply important to me. Like many families with young children, we have accumulated a great deal of equipment and belonging over the years, including bicycles, sports gears, and other family items. One moment that really stood out to me was wanting to teach my children how to ride their bikes and realizing we did not have an appropriate place to store them. That realization led me to beginning exploring the possibility of building a garage for practical family use and storage. When moving forward, I engaged a contractor who had been referred to me by someone I trusted, and I felt comfortable relying on his guidance and expertise. I leave for work very early in the morning and typically do not return home until late at night. That has been my routine Monday through Friday for many years, and balancing work, family, and responsibilities can at times become overwhelming. While that is not an excuse, it's part of how I unfortunately placed too much trust in someone's direction and did not ensure that every step of the process was handled properly. I want to state clearly and respectfully that I take full ownership and responsibility for my mistake. I sincerely apologize to the board and to the community for any frustration or inconvenience this may have caused. My intention was to never disregard the rules or procedures of the town. I made an error in judgment and I deeply regret it. I am here in good faith and with genuine respect for the process. I want to make things right and will comply with whatever the board deems appropriate moving forward. My goal is simply to provide a functional, appropriate space for my family while continuing to be a respectful member of this community. Thank you for your time.
This is gonna be a two-car garage?
It's a one car, 1.5. It's got some room for one car and then some storage on the side.
I wanted to let you know on one thing, Mr. Rizzi. I don't care if you got a 7-car garage. There's not enough room for all your children's stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Believe me, I talk about this from experience. I have no further questions. Ms. Novak?
No questions. Thank you for your prepared speech.
Mr. DeChico?
Thank you for your comments, sir. Appreciate it. Mr. Demosky, are the variance request, or is the variance request that we see on our sheet inclusive of the lot line that's being requested, or is that not inclusive of the lot line that's being requested?
It's respecting the proposed lot line adjustment.
So and that lot line as of now has not yet formally been adjusted.
No,
So these numbers that we see here, if we were to approve this variance today, these numbers aren't actually what is the situation today, because they're based upon an approval of the lot line that hasn't been done yet.
correct. When we went to planning board, I should have brought the drawing, I apologize. We did a drawing of the existing and the proposed analysis. And the existing analysis clearly shows that the location the garage was placed by the contractor is over the lot line. So,
So my question for you is, procedurally, I'm not sure that we're in a position to vote. And again, sorry, this isn't anything that you said was wrong, because I really appreciate your comments, but I'm unclear if we're in a position to vote based upon the fact that the lot line hasn't been adjusted yet. So I think that's something that I'd ask you to comment on. Also, separately, I'm curious because in the garage that we saw, there was a rock that was coming right up out of the floor. And I was just wondering if maybe the owner could comment on why that wasn't addressed when they started the structure.
So your first question, the planning board had the similar concerns as you have. And we decided that rather than moving forward with the lot line adjustment and having the planning board vote on that, have the lot line adjusted, recorded, deeded, and all the legalities along with that, they wanted to, have your opinion on whether it would be, the front yard variance would be granted, because if it's not gonna be granted, may not go through the process of the lot line adjustment, and he doesn't have to go through the time and expenses associated with that.
I don't want to bother my neighbor. They've been great.
So I think the planning board felt that it would be okay to come to this board, render a decision, and then, you know, based on your decision, I mean, things, in my opinion, were going positively, but if this is, again, if the variance is granted here and not granted at, planning, we're still not gonna go through the, lot line, adjustment.
And what about the rock, out of curiosity?
The rock, I can't tell you why the contractor left it there, but when I did see it, it will have to get chipped away.
Isn't that potentially, couldn't that potentially compromise the structure, because we don't really know how deep that rock is?
Not really. When you come into rock in a foundation situation, typically if the contractor leaves in there, it's a relatively big rock. So we pin into that rock with doweling methods and other concrete epoxy and stuff like that. So we're gonna have this thing structurally checked by an engineer. Well, the building department's gonna require that because they didn't have a chance to inspect the footings and foundations for, proper.
All right, thank you. It was more curiosity, because it
Yeah.
stuck out literally
Yeah.
and figuratively.
Yeah,
Is the foundation on rock itself?
partially.
So it's pinned?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Dorr?
So if nothing gets approved here, you wouldn't be going with the lot line, so then that current garage that's in the state of construction it's at would have to be taken down.
Correct.
And the lot line, how are we adjusting a lot line with the neighbor? Are they conceding?
So, what we did was, the owner, the next door neighbor, there's not a money exchange here. The neighbor offered Akbar the land that he needed to put the side yard into compliance, and in return, Akbar gave him some of his property, so there was an even land exchange. There was a net zero gain for either parties.
And we have 2 letters of support on both sides.
I printed those out soon.
No, we,
Just so the record reflects it, the neighbors on both sides have submitted letters of support.
Correct.
We all read about prior to this meeting, so I have nothing further.
All right, Ms. LaPazos?
Yeah, Mr. Domofsky, you said you appeared before the planning board and that you had presented your site plan application. They had indicated to you that they would hold off on issuing a final decision until you came before our board for the variance application?
Correct.
So any variance that we would grant would be conditioned upon the lot line being approved. So you really can't get a variance from us today. You'd have a contingent variance. I don't believe that we're authorized to make contingent variances. I'm surprised the planning board gave you specific direction to come here, knowing that you don't actually have a structure that's within the property owned by the applicant. I mean, I've been on this board, I think it's about 10 years. We've never had a conditioned variance application.
I've been coming to this board for 25 years. I've never seen either, George. But I think that's the route that they wanted us to take.
I mean, just to be clear, the planning board specifically suggested that this be done. This was their
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't have sent us here unless they were all agreed on it.
May I just,
Well,
Mr. Chairman?
Yes?
If the board feels it's appropriate, perhaps we could just give some comments. Obviously, we're not bound to it, but as to try and help out the applicant in some way to see if like any of the members are at all inclined to possibly approve this if a similar application came back to us. Obviously, it would all be fact dependent and we're not bound by what you
You
said.
mean like an advisory opinion?
No, just general comments. I'm just,
What I think we should do on this is that we're going down the wrong path. We're making an assumption that the planning board is going to give you that lot line. What you can express to the, in my opinion, what you can express to the planning board is that our board looks favorably, and I'm going to check this out with the other members, we look favorably upon your application. But we can't make a decision based on an assumption.
Well, we could
We'll discuss it and
evaluate the
approve it.
application. I'm not sure that we would have a decision that we could indicate today.
no.
Could we do an adjournment pending the planning board's approval? Because I mean, me personally, approving something that's currently illegal, I mean, I question, is there a stop work order?
There was a violation given,
Right.
and
The
we're,
violation's still there?
yeah,
If the violation is still there, we can't approve a zoning anyway.
No, the remedy is to come in front of the
Yeah.
boards and get the approvals.
Well, that's my point here. I mean, I'm not approving something that's already been stopped. Good faith, et cetera, is understood, but without a line, without this line moved prior, I'm not gonna do something.
I think, and again, I think the planning board was looking for maybe a decision from this board a contingent based on,
I don't
That's
think
why
we
I'm
could
saying,
get,
I mean, they sent us here.
I
They,
don't think we could give you that. And I think several members have said we're not able to give you that. As an individual member, I could say that I look at these numbers in this application, it doesn't strike me as something that I would inherently be opposed to. I will tell you that I don't want to leave you here saying that I would definitely vote one way or the other, because I do think that there are some serious questions we have to ask. I think it's, I said, on its face, I think it's something I would really consider, but I don't know where I would land. But as long as we're talking about a theoretical lot line, I don't think we certainly can't give you a formal decision. Now, it's been suggested that you could ask for an adjournment, and if you think you'll get a decision in the planning board sooner than later, then come back without having to refile in a month or 2 months. And then if you get if they approve the lot line, then at least you have an active case and you could just say, hey, we were approved, now these numbers are accurate.
we're just following the process. I mean, we were told to come to this board for this specific reason, and we put the application in. We're just trying to, follow the path.
Yeah, but
That
it
was
boils down
suggested.
to, you're looking for a decision on a theoretical line.
No, I understand the board's position. I'm
Yeah,
not,
if you
We've had
didn't walk
other
down-
applications referred from the planning board to us, but they were within the parameters that we can make a decision. I mean, here, they're wanting, it's almost like they're passing the buck to us to do some of their work when, I mean, this has to be deeded in the whole 9 yards before we start.
right. So one of the things at the planning board, and we did propose a few different lot lines. They did make us adjust them because they had issues with them, problems with them, because, again, we were making more of a squiggly line rather than, from a planning perspective, you like to have straight lines. So we worked on the property line to get it to where I believe they were satisfied with it, which is again why I believe they sent this to this board.
See, the problem, Mr. Domofsky, is that you're presenting an application that has several unusual characteristics. First and foremost, the one I raised, which I know other board members have joined, is the fact that we don't actually have an application to issue a variance today. We have an application to issue a contingent variance. I personally don't believe that we're legally authorized to do that. As an aside, we also have a garage that's in a front yard, which I understand the issues with the contractor. The contractor may not have been as diligent as a professional should be, but the garage is in a very unusual place, and it's a self-created hardship that's exacerbated by the fact that it's already been constructed. So you have a couple of issues there with respect to whether or not we would find that there isn't a more appropriate location on the property that doesn't encroach so much on the front variance.
I would suggest that we adjourn. Any information you can get from the planning board. When are you meeting with them again?
We were looking to go on to the next available meeting after this board meeting.
All right. It would be in your best interest to finalize the lot lines, then come back to us without any penalties. And the board will then review it, make a decision, and we move forward from there. We don't want to deny an application based on a theoretical line, nor do we want to approve something on a theoretical line. So we got to deal with reality.
Well, listen, I understand the position of the board. I do. I get it. I just wish we weren't sent here and went through the process, if that is the process previously.
We've
Yeah,
had,
but I don't think we've ever had one, in my experience in here, and the chairman might, because he's got more years than all of us up here, where something wasn't legal to begin with. I mean, we're already on somebody else's property
Yeah, no,
at this
yeah.
point, so.
There's a reason why you've never seen this before, and there's a reason why I've never seen this before, and the question of its legality is ripe.
I think we're at the, I don't think we're at the point where I think you need to speak with your client and decide, do you want to just withdraw this application? Do you want us to vote on it, which I don't think would go well tonight, because I don't think we're authorized to approve this, or do you want to ask for a month or two adjournment, try and get the planning board resolved, and then come back with the application already active?
If the board is saying that you cannot vote on it or we can't go forward, and our only option is to go back to planning, then we're obviously gonna adjourn, go back to planning and have them render their decision and then come back to this board.
yeah, it's incumbent upon the planning board to finalize the decision on this particular application.
Chairman asked if anybody.
But before I go any further, is there anyone here for or against this application? No? All right, we received 3 letters of the neighbors approving what you're doing on your lot, supporting it, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. So let's take this application, postpone it till next month, and make it priority with this planning board to go ahead and make a decision on this, and then come back to us.
Mr. Chairman, may I say, I believe next month's meeting may be already heavily stacked with cases, and
We're not
I'm
gonna
not
make
sure
it.
that, I'm not sure that they would have a decision by next month anyway.
Right, from planning. I mean, if we do planning, we're gonna have to go back to planning, keep presenting at least one more time, then go to a public hearing, and then,
Yeah, my June's closed already, so the next.
yeah,
one
we
will be
won't
July.
be back here till like
For hearing.
September, October.
Well, how much time will it take, so far as you know, to make the purchase and deed the new property that's going to be utilized to provide for a legal lot line?
Well, I think before that happens, George, we have to get we have to go to planning board, right? We're not at public hearing yet, we're at regular meeting, so we'd have to go back, they'd have to close the public hearing, close the meeting, then advertise and go for a public hearing, and then at that point, it gets all recorded, deeded, and that could take like up to 3 months. And then we have to come back to this board for the presentation.
So 3 months would be an estimate.
And I would
for-
say 3 to 6 months is probably more accurate.
Yeah. It may be best not to put this on a particular calendar then, and perhaps
Yeah.
adjourn it to a date to be determined.
Yeah,
And the door's open, to come back
You don't have
without-
to renotice again unless.
without
the
any penalty.
Variance changes.
Okay.
That's right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Next application is Bradley Swick.
Mr. Chairman, before you begin, I do have a professional relationship with Mr. Swick, so I'm going to recuse myself.
Okay. Raise your right hand, Mr. Swick. Testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
It is.
Okay. You're the owner of the premises located at 80 Madison Avenue in Valhalla?
Yes, sir.
It's designated on the tax map as 117.15-3-25. The application is for the proposed replacement of an existing fence with a new 6-foot high fence to an existing single-family dwelling on a legal standard parcel, a little over 10,000 square feet.
That's correct, sir.
Maximum fence height you're allowed is 4 feet. You're looking for 6 feet,
Yes.
and you're proposing 6 feet, so you need a 2-foot variance.
Yes.
The type of fence that you're putting up, do you have it?
I do. It's, I have photos of it, and if I. may
Sure,
I?
sure.
I made these, the quality
It's all right.
is not so good.
We won't judge. Thank you.
And so what you'll see is, this isn't working anyways, so.
No, go ahead.
So, what you'll see is that we're replacing an existing fence with a exact duplicate of the fence.
So the
It's,
top,
PVC,
yeah, you got a 5-foot fence with a lattice
yes,
on top,
yes, that's right.
which is fine.
Yes. And,
It's nothing against your fence, but I've found that everybody puts up these plastic fences. And if the sun is hitting it from, let's say, from the south, the pure white. If you look at it from the northern side, it's pure green from mold.
yeah.
And it's a high-maintenance thing. But I don't think people realize that till the time comes.
Shaded areas.
Yeah,
So I'm familiar with the maintenance.
Yeah, because I'm always worried about families that have young children, and you have this mold on the property, and that creates problems. I have no other questions. Mr. DeChico?
Mr. Swick, just for clarity, behind where the old fence was and the replacement fence is going, there's a drop-off, correct? Is it-
Right, from the street level,
True.
there, it's, the
There's a
It's like
stone
terrace.
the
wall.
land slopes up to a 100-year-old retaining wall.
So is the fence being put on top of the stone retaining wall, or is it a little
It's
back?
inside the stone
Inside.
retaining wall.
Thank you.
The property line is really just barely outside on the street side of the retaining wall. And so the fence will be on the inside, several inches off the retaining wall. You know, they have to move it because they're going to cement it in.
Yes, okay. And I know you've indicated that your intent, and based upon the plan submitted, would be for a 5-foot fence with an additional 1 foot of lattice. But this board would typically make that a formal condition of such request that the top 1 foot is 1 foot of lattice. So I just want you to understand that that would not be optional if this is, likely not be optional if this was approved. Is that okay with you?
It absolutely is fine.
Okay, great.
That's what was there now, and that's what I want.
Perfect. Even better.
All right. Mr. Dorr?
Maybe we're just upgrading what we already have, so it's not like we're going from a 4-foot to a 6-foot.
Correct. We're replacing a 6-foot with a 6-foot.
No further questions.
Okay.
I have
Mr.
no
Lapazos?
questions. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, based upon the, I'm sorry, do we
Go
want to see
ahead.
if anybody's?
I don't think there's anybody here for or against this application, so,
No, but we went on record and asked.
all right.
No, so, based upon that, Mr. Chairman, I motion that we approve application Z 26-10 based upon the plans submitted.
Do I have a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, that would be with the condition, the standard condition of the top 1 foot of the fence be a lattice type design.
Okay. Mr. Lepantos?
Aye, thank
Aye.
you.
Chairman votes aye, carried 4-0. You're all set.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
By lattice, when I say lattice, I'm thinking it's like hash mark, you know,
Exactly.
like that. But these are like the little pickets. They're 1 foot high pickets.
As long as it's not total privacy.
Right.
That's typically
That's-
lattice.
that-
Like the bottom 5 feet is non-transparent at all. Like, it has to be.
You can see
Yeah.
in the picture there.
That looks fine.
That's fine.
Lattice is not solid.
Yeah, okay, all right, good. I just wanted to make sure you weren't gonna hold me to the,
No, we're
No,
not getting
no.
that, we're not getting that detailed.
We're not the architectural review board.
thank you very much.
Thank you,
Best luck
sir.
to you.
That's,
Are we set? Is that
yeah,
it?
you're all set.
Yeah, you'll get your resolution from me through the portal.
Okay.
which
You
will be the
can't do
approval
anything
for
until
tonight.
then.
All right, very good. Thank you all. Thank you for your
Thank you.
time. Thank you.
The next application, 2612, John Anastasio. Raise your right hand, please. Testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
Okay. And you're the applicant for John Batista, the owner of the premises located at 30 Greenwood Lane in Valhalla.
yes,
On the tax map, it's designated as 113.13-1-25. The application is for a proposed one-story addition and a replacement of an existing deck to an existing single-family dwelling in a .4, I'll say almost a half acre. And that's
Correct.
out of Greenwood Lane in the R20 zone. The following variances are requested. Side yard setback 15 is required, existing 24, proposing 12. There's a 3-foot variance. And the combined side yard setback, 40 feet is required, 49.67 is existing, proposing 3703 or 2.97 feet. Correct?
correct.
Okay, Mr. Wonderful.
All right.
Let's go through
Well,
the application. Be creative.
yeah. The client is looking to do this addition. There's going to be an elderly parent that's going to be moving in with them, that's going to require medical care as well. So, looking at the floor plan, the best location for it to minimize movements on the interior of the house, because it is a split level, was to do the addition on the right-hand side of the house. This way it's on level with where the living room and the kitchen is. We try to keep it as tight as possible. It's a very modest addition width-wise. The interior of the new bedroom is just a little bit over 11 feet. So we tried to, squeeze it as best as we were able to, and it also includes a bathroom and a closet. The deck doesn't require a variance. That just happens to be part of the work that they're also doing. That's why it's listed. And in addition to that, we're also providing a covered porch at the top. That also does not require a variance. It's just the side addition.
Over the years, we've had applications where homeowners have come before the board for a addition because they have their parents moving in with them, and they rather have them living with them rather than putting them into a nursing home or anything like that. What you're requesting, in my opinion, is minimal, it's de minimis. Because I'm familiar with the street very well. I have no further questions. Adrian,
No questions. We were at site inspections over the weekend.
Nick,
No questions.
well, that's a sweet one. Herb,
I'm just gonna throw on my other hat. I could tell by the drawings that you're looking at roll-in shower, you're making it accessible from that standpoint. Is there any reason why, when you're doing all this work, you wouldn't make an entrance into the home easier than stairs?
There's probably a grade change of about, I would say roughly about 2.5 to 3 feet. And to do like a ramp, that would require an excessive run. There is gonna be a little stair in the back. I mean, they could always get, maybe they have like portable things or something like that.
I'm
But
just
not to make
thinking
it part
if
of
you're
the,
thinking about the elderly at that standpoint,
Yeah, I
if that was
Yeah, I
addressed.
understand. It wasn't discussed.
Just for the record, we have a letter from the occupants of 31 Greenwood Lane in Valhalla, their neighbor, and they have no objections to this addition. I have another letter from 32 Greenwood Lane in support of this addition. And then the last letter is from 28 Greenwood Lane in Valhalla, also in support of this application. So let the record show those support letters. Nope, nothing further, sir.
Mr. Lepatos?
I have nothing other than to add the translation for the Latin that was used by our chairman on the de minimis comment. For those of our public audience who don't know Latin as well, I'm just going to share that the percentages were extremely minimal for the variances. 3 feet on a 15-foot side yard setback, 20%, and the 2.97 feet on the 40-foot setback for the combined side yard is, I think, less than 10%. For those reasons, I also find that it's de minimis, and I have no other questions.
De minimis is the new word the other day.
We speak many languages on this board.
I mean, I'm going to say there's nobody in this audience against.
No, there's nobody here
that,
for or
so
against.
With that being said, Mr. Chairman, I move for applicant Z 26-12, motion to approve as submitted.
All right, application by Mr. Dorr, second.
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Second by Mr. Lepatos. Ms. Novak?
I vote aye.
Mr. DeChico? Aye. And the chairman votes aye, carried 5-0. Good luck.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.
All right, the last application for this evening is Tracy Yu. Hello? Raise your right hand, please. Testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes? Okay. You're the owner of premises located at 11 Tamarack Way in Pleasantville?
Yes.
Okay. You have trouble understanding me?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
You're okay?
I said I forgot to bring a copy of it.
Okay. It's designated on the tax assessment map as 107.5-2-15, and the application is for the legalization of an existing shed in the rear yard of an existing single-family dwelling. 20 feet required, 17 is existing, proposing 17, and you're looking for a 3-foot variance. How long have you lived in this house?
I moved over end of 16, I think.
I'm sorry?
2016.
2006?
Yeah, or 17.
Or 7?
So
Not
that-
quite 8. Okay. The shed is on a concrete base,
Yes.
but it's not connected to the concrete base, meaning it's movable if you had to.
I don't think so. I mean, at least I can't move it. It's,
All right,
I think it's connected.
okay.
Um,
I have no further questions. Ms. Novak?
When we were out there, has your neighbor to the back said anything, or if they expressed an opinion?
you know, we're pretty far from them. You know, it's like,
Well, the one
mean to my
right to the
right.
side, through the tree line.
no, I just met them. They were just here. They thought they should be coming. So they don't live there, but they came all the way from, I don't know, New Rochelle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't think they ever have any issue.
But no one's that neighbor hasn't expressed to you an issue with it?
No, it's far enough from the property line. It's just too close to my house.
No further questions?
All right. Mr. DeChico?
No questions?
Mr. Dorr?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we just noticed something that Kathy is checking. The survey map here is showing the shed is 15.4 inches off the line. And it- What's that? 15 feet 4 inches, and the existing was advertised as 17 feet.
And the house.
And the proposing is 17, and the variance requesting is 3 feet. So the information,
So 15 something is what you measured when you were there?
it's what's on the plans,
No, on your survey.
on your survey
From when you
here.
put the application in, you had it at 17, but I just looked at the survey, they have it at 15.4.
This is to the property line, right?
Correct.
17 is the shed from the deck. I don't know if that's too
That's right,
close.
she's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
17 is
Thank you.
to my
That's what she
deck.
was just explaining to me.
Yeah,
I thought it
thank
was,
you.
that's what she corrected me on as well,
Yes.
that it's actually the
It's
house.
minimum distance,
Yeah.
which is fine.
So
It's
15
minimum
to the
distance.
property
From the
line.
house.
You explained it correctly. We were under a
It's
mis.
not, it's not a lot line.
I got nervous when I first looked. Okay.
Oh, so can I just say, we take a breath, are we sure, that is the application, right?
Correct.
Is a
Correct.
distance from the house
Yes.
to the structure,
Correct,
and it's supposed to be 20, so she's at 17, which is 3 feet closer than it's supposed to be.
correct.
So it's not an issue that it's the neighbor, it's
No,
her
because
own.
it only needs to be 5 feet off the property line,
Right.
she's at 15.4.
Okay.
Mr. Lepantos?
I have no questions, thank you.
All right. Does anyone on the board wish to make a decision?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve application Z26-14 based upon the application submitted.
Okay, do I have a second?
The plan
I
submitted,
second.
sorry.
All right, second by Ms. Novak. Mr. Dorr?
Approve.
All right, Mr. Lepantos?
Approve.
And the chairman approves. So congratulations, carried 5-0.
Okay, good job, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I didn't realize I was being videotaped.
It's aired live.
It's on TV, you're just on TV.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching, like,
Yeah, everybody.
Maybe your
Everybody's
neighbors.
home watching us tonight.
I spent
Right.
the half day with the journal newsroom,
Yeah, I
so
know.
was so busy I could come.
That's okay, no problem. So I'll do the resolution and then the town attorney reviews it, they sign it, and you'll have it next week. Okay? Then you're
All
good,
right.
yeah, you're done.
Mr. Chairman,
You did great.
thank you. Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn the meeting till next month.
Take
All
care.
right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, by Ms. Novak. Mr. Dorr?
Approve.
All right, Mr. Lepantos?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, 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 aye.
Mr. Lepanto says aye.